What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pitts here from Bowie TV, coming to you live from Bowie Baysox Stadium. It's going down where the Baysox get the revenge, and try to turn yesterday's loss into a win today. It was a tough day. 17-10 was the ending of the score. The Baysox fought the entire game. It was just that one inning, the third inning, when they got that 6 runs that kind of put the Baysox in catch up. So looking for a different outcome today. If you're not here, we always welcome you to join us. It's a beautiful day. Understand it's a holiday for you. If you can join us, enjoy your holiday weekend from Bowie TV. I'm Pitts. More Bowie Baysox content coming to you. Here yet again, Bowie Baysox Stadium is going down. But today we got a special guest. We got the general manager, Roberto Mercado. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking this time to sit with me.
No problem, man. My pleasure.
So, it's funny, right? I didn't realize you was the general manager yesterday.
The manager. The
manager,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
So I saw you on the field, and then I saw the number 21. And me being from Pittsburgh, anytime I hear the first name Roberto and I see 21, I think of Clemente.
Oh, yeah. Same thing. Actually, my father named me after him. I wish I played like him, but he named me after him. So,
okay,
yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
So, let's talk about one of the reasons why Bowie TV, being a media company, cable company, wanted to make sure that we got out and gave more of a up-to-date in-face interview, and just being able to put you in front of the residents in the Bowie area so we can get and start to really push posts as Bowie Baysox even more. So we thank you for allowing us, one, because it's another busy day.
Absolutely.
So, we go from Thursday, it was a very good win, a defensive win, 2 hits.
Yep.
It was a great pitching day. Bats wasn't really swinging. Then yesterday, just kind of got away early. I would say, when it was that 6th inning, that really was the inning that, in my opinion, I feel like it kind of shifted the game. And even though you guys kept fighting, it really was like we're playing catch up every now and then. What are your thoughts in regards to just that transition?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in that 6th inning, Silas Ardway, our catcher, or our DH that day, hit a 3-run home run, gave us the lead, and then we just didn't execute on the mound, and made a couple mental mistakes that you're not going to see in a box score that hurt us, and obviously they took advantage of that. AA baseball is no joke. Everybody in the lineup can swing it, and when you make mistakes like that, you give teams extra outs. They're going to take advantage of it. So got away from us late, and it is what it is. I thought we swung the bats well. We runners in scoring position. We had some really good timely hits, which is something we haven't been doing lately. But that was a good to see yesterday.
Not only that, you had Dante had a nice steal at second when to open up that inning, which got the ground rolling and the momentum rolling. When you talk about the mental grind from going day to day to day, for you as a manager, what is that transition like for you?
Yeah, it's just understanding everybody's personality and making sure guys get what they need, but also understanding that sometimes they need a little bit of a break too. So managing that workload and understanding every player, and tell some guys like, hey, let's tone it down today. Let's take it easy. But when it's time for the game, we expect 100% effort and go out there and do your thing and represent yourself. But during the workday, obviously we manage that. It's a big part of, we play 140 games, and it's tiring on the body sometimes. So we got to make sure we monitor that too.
For you, what is that load like? Especially going 6 days straight.
Yeah.
How much of that? Because as a player, we'll tell you we're good, even though our body language is saying the opposite.
Yeah.
How difficult or what is that conversation like when you tell a player, you know what, good job, but today we want to rest?
Yeah. Again, it's getting to know the players and building that trust. And you know what, some guys will let me know and say, hey, I think tomorrow may be the day. So, and that's fine. We call it we don't call it an off day. We call it the non-starting lineup day, because you know what, you never know what happens in the game. Late in the game, maybe a clutch spot, we may need you to come in and pinch hit, pitch run, play defense, whatever the case may be. So it's not just for us to win games here. It's about preparing them in the big leagues, because one day they may have to come off the bench in the 7th or 8th inning, and we don't want that the first time happening in Camden Yards. We want it to happen here in Bowie. Give those guys that opportunity, that compounded interest, and over time, hopefully, they have a routine and they're prepared for that situation. So
going into today's game, what's your message to the team today?
Yeah, continue to compete and fight. Our pitchers just need to execute pitches and be in the zone, and let our defense make plays, and obviously just take advantage of those opportunities when we do get runners in scoring position.
When you talk about, a lot of coaches say availability is your best ability. And I think that's universal in any sport, right? Because if you're not on the field, you're not helping yourself, but you can't help the team as well.
Yep.
When you talk about the utilization, one thing I noticed on the roster was that T.T. Bowens is listed as an infielder, but he's flexible to where he plays right.
Yeah.
Talk about the importance of utilization when it comes to athletes or players who are able to play multiple positions.
I mean, that's huge. Just, we're limited with a 28-man roster. We currently have 12 position players. So it's nice to have that versatility where guys can move and play different positions. Just for me as a manager, can move guys around, but also for themselves too. It kind of brings their value up. This guy just doesn't play first base. He can actually go play right fielder. He's not just a third baseman. He can play short and second. So for them personally, it's very valuable. And obviously putting a lineup together makes it a little bit easier. I can move guys around.
And last question, because I know you got a lot to get to. Yesterday, your thoughts. Bases loaded, Basalo.
Yes.
Nice deep shot.
Yeah, that was he hit that ball at 115, and that ball got out in about 2 seconds. It felt like it was gone. It was a no-doubter. Pretty impressive power for a kid who's 19 years old. He's going to be 19 all season.
Wow.
Great kid, works his tail off just like all our guys. But yeah, he's a special talent. Name to remember for sure.
Appreciate it. Well, I thank you very much.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you, man. You'll see me. You'll see a lot of me.
All right.
I'm your host, Chris from Bowie TV, coming to you live once again from Bowie Baysox Stadium. Game time, 6:35. You're not here, get here. Yes, it's a beautiful day. You can put the barbecue down, come to the game, and go back to it right afterwards. Not going nowhere. Here today and tomorrow. I'll at your boy Pitts. Sitting down with Dylan Beavers right now. How you doing today, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for taking this moment with us.
Yeah, thank you.
When you're on your fourth game of the week, fifth, the heat is pumping today.
Yeah.
How do you get your mind and body right? For a game like today?
I think it's just kind of sticking to the routines we kind of built throughout the spring training and throughout early in the season. When you stick to that, your body's gonna feel good. We prepared, I think, pretty good routines, so that keeps you ready no matter what the situation is.
When you talk about utilization, and you being an infielder and playing outfield as well, talk about the advantages that has for you and as for your team.
Yeah, so the Orioles came to me at the end of last season and said, hey, maybe think about working out at first base a little bit, because in college I was outfield primarily, and I didn't really know if I was going to end up doing it. I practiced in the off season, and I got to spring training, and they didn't say much about it. And then towards the end of spring, they had me start playing there, and rolling into the season, I played there a little more. But yeah, I think it's definitely very valuable to be versatile out in the field. It, especially moving up through the minor leagues, it kind of opens up opportunities, playing time. So yeah, I think that's the main thing.
And when you talk about moving from from the outfield to the infield, are there any? What are the differences that you feel that you have to work on when it comes to the outfield versus infield?
Yeah, I think infield there's a lot more going on. It's you're especially at first base, you're almost involved in nearly every play. So you definitely you go out there and you got to lock in just a little bit more every single pitch. And obviously you have less time to react, so it's your pre-pitch is starting a lot earlier, and it's more shorter range stuff is going on. You're not running around quite as much, but in the outfield's here and there, you may not get a ball the entire game, so you got to stay ready, and even when the game tries to lull you to sleep a little bit, you got to stay awake out there and be ready to run. Yeah.
When you talk, so you come off a very hard defensive win on that Thursday, and yesterday, the third inning kind of got away, which really tipped the scale. But you guys kept fighting in it. What is the mental challenge that you got to keep locking in despite what the score may be?
Yeah, I think we play like 100, somewhere around 140 games. Yeah, and a long season like that, you're gonna have days where things aren't clicking, and the main thing is that you just got to reset it the next day and almost forget about what happened the day before. You take the learning lessons and move on, try and be better from it. But yeah, just continuing to keep it rolling, because it's a long season and those games are inevitable. Games like that are going to happen no matter who you are.
Well, I know you got a game at 6:35. I apologize for the technical difficulties.
No worries.
But I look forward to establishing a more relationship with you guys. Like I said, you'll see me a lot throughout the games, throughout the rest of the year. Also, I'll reach out and get some virtual interviews in, or we can comfort in your home, or we can really just be in a more comfortable environment where it's not as hot as well.
Yeah. Get out of the heat. Yeah, no doubt.
But I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Another Baysox player, Cal V. I want to call you Cal V. I don't want to mess up your name. But as you can see, was it me, y'all, or did I get taller? Did I get taller on camera? I feel like I did. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pitts from Bowie TV. Wanted to give wanted to partner and just give more media exposure to Bowie Baysox so we can get more of the community out in the stands and like it used to be.
Yeah,
right?
That'd be awesome.
So talk about, well, since you're a pitcher, let's talk about yesterday. Like, that was an awesome game, right?
Yeah.
When the bats ain't going your way and the pitcher there's a lot of zeros up there.
Yeah.
Talk about the mindset of when the offensive or when the bats aren't swinging the way we like them to, that we settle down and mentally the defense can still win the game for you like it did yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's kind of a product of being on a dynamic team. We got some bats that can really hit the ball, and we got some arms that can really throw it. And obviously, when those two things come together on the same day, it's a great day. But sometimes one has to kind of pick up the other. And, I think our pitchers have been doing a great job filling up the zone, throwing really good stuff to really good locations, and just keep going out there and doing that over and over again. And, yeah, the offense hits. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Talk about the mental reset that it takes when you're having a stretch of games like this, right? And just having to mentally, every night, basically lock in.
Yeah.
And going from a game like yesterday, you were locked in defensively, right? So you definitely want that to carry over into today, as well as the offensive side. Talk about how you stay locked in for another game when it's multiple games in a week that you got to continuously get up day to day and mentally relock in.
Yeah. Well, I think, it's a part of the job a little way, right? It's a long season. We play 142 games at this level. They play 162 in the big league. So I think everybody in the clubhouse is kind of prepared for that sort of, level of just locking it in and the grind. And so, but you're right. Those intense games, those close ones, they definitely take a little bit more. Just everybody's locked in. Everybody's ready to go, waiting for their name to be called. And I think that, like I said, we prepare to do that, and we're all in a good spot to be able to handle that and come out and do it all over again today.
Take us through your ritual. What are some of the things that you do to prep for a game? Like, you have music, a show that you
I like
watch.
a little music. Yeah, it's funny. Earlier in the year, Berto, our manager, came around, kind of asked all the guys just one song and put together a little bit of a BP playlist. So it's fun to kind of hear the different vibes that happen during BP. But routine-wise, I'm a big believer in kind of a routine. I definitely am a process-oriented person, and for me, it kind of all starts with a little stretching, a little foam rolling, trying to get some soft tissue work in, and then really more of an activation, something a little faster, dynamic, moving around, play some catch, and get ready to do the thing.
So today, it's a very beautiful day. What do you say to the Bowie natives and the Bowie community? Help me bring them out here.
Yeah, get out here. It's a beautiful day. We got a lot of good dudes, a lot of fun guys to watch. Man, like character and personality on this team, it really is on display all the time. So I think if you're not doing anything, it's a beautiful night. Get out here, come catch a ball game. And it's a really good opportunity to be very close to some extremely talented players. And, I know we're going to see a lot of my teammates, hopefully myself included, in Baltimore at some point. So get out and see us, while we're here and while we can interact and do some things.
And he said it best, get out now while they're not easily, but more accessible. Don't wait until you get to the big leagues and then say, I was a fan. Come out now, join Bowie TV, Bowie Baysox Stadium today, tomorrow, Sunday. It's going down. It's beautiful weather. You have no excuse. Bring your barbecue here, or you can get some barbecue from here. I'm your boy Pitts from Bowie TV, coming live from Bowie Baysox Stadium. We got Dante Williams here, outfielder. Now listen, I know a little bit about that position, as y'all know my story. Center field is a great position, but we're going to leave it up to the pros at this moment. How you doing today, man?
Good. It's a pleasure to be here, man. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us, man.
Sure.
So here we are, man. Another game. It's a beautiful day.
Hot day. Hot, beautiful day, but it's a great day to play some baseball.
You got the Richmond Flying Squirrels coming in. Such a great name. Such a great name. So, but how do you position and get yourself ready, when you have a long stretch of games like you do this week? I think it was from Thursday to Sunday, or like you have 3 or 4 games back to back to back to back. How do you mentally prepare in that challenge? Also with making sure your body's in being ready, game
Yeah.
ready.
At the end of the day, it's all starts with a routine. Having a routine every day, whether that's getting here at a certain time, getting your body right, getting in the weight room, training room, whatever that may look like, but just making sure your body's ready every single day to play. We play 138 games, 140 games every year. So just doing whatever you can before, after the game, just make sure you're on top of your work.
Do you have any rituals or any things that you do, or any like any music that you listen to that
Yeah.
is a constant? Like, okay, before a game, I do this.
Yeah. I always got to keep my music on deck. I have headphones in my backpack, but I like to go straight to prayer. Just kind of prayer, meditation, just kind of getting me into the zone I want to go into in the game. Just kind of leave all the external stuff, whatever's happening outside of the field.
Yeah.
Just kind of pushing that to the side and just knowing that I gotta play a game to play and just trying to go out there and play my hardest.
Yes, so last night you guys pulled out the W,
Yes, sir.
and it was with 2 hits.
Yeah.
So it was a very good defensive game.
Yeah.
Talk about going from a game like that from last night where it's grueling and it's not as much offensive as a defensive game.
Yeah.
You know, what are the things that you do to try to turn that around for a day like today?
Just having a plan. Offensively, we won the game. We didn't play how we wanted to, but baseball's hard. You always got to remember baseball's hard and go out with your best tools. If you guys aren't performing offensively that day, then you might have to lean on the pitching staff, and that's exactly what we did. The pitching staff picked us up yesterday, and we had a lot of guys throw some zeros up there, and defense was great. So just being able to live in the present, be where your feet are, and just kind of one pitch at a time, one moment at a time.
And when you talk about one moment at a time, it's something that I've shared recently with Bowie State University women, who actually won the CIAA championship again.
Congratulations, y'all.
And when you talk about that type of mindset, right, where the day before it didn't go as you may have wanted to, but you still were able to lock in it defensively to not allow the offensive woes to interfere defensively. Talk about the mindset that it takes because naturally when we don't perform to the way that we know we want to, it can become a mental or a mind block. Talk about overcoming those challenges.
You always got to see baseball as a game of failure. So you're not going to be perfect as much as we train. We train for perfection, but at the end of the day, like I just said, baseball's not. You're not supposed to be perfect. So it's just being able to reset and have cues and stuff that we practice all the time. Breathing mechanisms, just visualization. Just stuff to get you grounded and just stay in the moment. So I mean, it's a big mental game, and everything moves fast. So just slowing the game down. That was a close one.
That was good.
That was a close one. But just being
great reflex.
Yeah. But just being where your feet are, slowing the game down and moving as one.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, man. We dodged one just now, but I know we got to get ready for the game. I look forward to building a relationship now with you, but with the rest of the players and the organization. And Bowie TV is here for all your media needs, so we thank you very much. Again, I'm Pitch from Bowie TV, coming to you live from Bowie Baysox Stadium. If you're not here, get here. Game starts at 7. No reason for you not to be here. This is a beautiful day. Tap in, Bowie TV. At any stadium, you always need that one hype man, that one person that get the crowd hype. Listen, Evan is your guy. Evan, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, I'm living, bro. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. But y'all want to know the irony to all of this? When I saw him, I was like, wait, is it? Listen, Evan has Bowie State crowd going crazy. Every Bowie State home game, when you see the person down front getting the crowd hype, that's Evan. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I'm just doing what I do best, getting the crowd hype.
Talk about, was you here yesterday for that game, man?
Yeah, I was here yesterday. I've been here every game so far this season.
So talk about the fact, like defensively, awesome, right? Especially in the game where it relied on the pitching and the defense, because yesterday there was only 2 hits from the Baysox, but still put out that W. Like, just share your thoughts and talk about how that was the things that motivate you, that puts that into you, like where you get it from.
Well, I go into every game with the mentality that as long as I'm in this field, then it's 9 against 10, and I'm the 10th guy. So, like, I'm going to do everything in my power to, like, get the crowd behind the team, get them that energy, that little last boost they need to get over the finish line, and it worked last night.
Talk about the things that inspire you to be that energizer guy, because like I said, we could just take a step back and talk about you at Bowie State. Whenever Bowie State needed a turnover, you had the crowd so hyped. Talk about those moments.
Well, personally, it's a mix of two things. First of all, I know that they need somebody to be like that, and I know that ain't nobody else gonna be like that except for me. So like, I'm doing what need to be done.
So when you talk about the Baysox today, Richmond Flying Squirrels. I swear that's the funniest mascot name I've ever heard of. The Flying Squirrels.
You should see the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Any thoughts or inspirational words for the listeners? I'm trying to draw them out here today. What are some thoughts you could do to help me draw them out to the Bowie Baysox game?
I just got 2 words for y'all: free parking. We offer that every single game.
Y'all heard it here, man. Evan, the hype man. Listen, you need a hype man. Evan's your guy. Bowie State University, Bowie Baysox is going down. I appreciate you, Evan. Your host, Pitch from Bowie TV. Again, more content coming to you live from the stadium today between the Bowie Baysox and the Flying Squirrels of Richmond. Stay tuned.